Alright, so we're entering into the last month and a bit of the year. This month and a bit of the year is what I believe is called separation season. Whilst most people are headed into a season of holiday, unequivocally, you look at every successful person, they head into a season of separation. And what do I mean by a season of separation? They separate themselves in their mindset, their work habit, and their calendar. Why is that the case? You ever look at the average Joe, the average human being? Well, what do they do in the last couple months of the year? They start to wind it down, they start to turn the dial down, they start to get a little bit comfortable, they start to move into a zone of holiday. And what I'm saying is not that you can't enjoy a day here or there, but Christmas is one day. Christmas isn't 2 months. New Year's is one day. It's not 2 weeks. So for those who really want to be successful, they have to reroute themselves from one of holiday to one of separation, one of mediocrity to one of excellence. Because if you're doing what everyone else is doing, by definition, you put yourself in the world of average. And when you put yourself in the world of average, you are not separating yourself from those who are successful. You are actually derailing yourself from where you could be and where you actually end up. And you don't want to end up where you're going to end up. You want to end up further ahead than where you currently are. And the only way you can do that is by separating yourself. So what is the number one way you can separate yourself? It is commitment to a calendar. What's the number one reason people fall behind in life and their decisions? Is because of emotions. When you live your life off emotions, you are constantly going to be derailing your life. Why? Because emotions are fleeting, and we always have more negative emotions than we do positive emotions. This is why a calendar system is so important, because if you prepare your calendar for the week ahead, you have now, in a state of a logic and heightened understanding, have outlined what you will do for the next week. Meaning that when Thursday comes and your emotions are fleeting, you're upset, you're sad, you're tired, you're lazy, if your calendar says to do certain things, you follow through on that. That is how you're going to separate yourself from the average person. Because guess what? The average person doesn't actually follow a calendar. So when on Thursday they're sad, they're upset, they're tired, they're lazy, guess what they're going to do? They're going to plop themselves in front of the TV and watch Netflix. And you have followed through on your calendar, now widening the gap between mediocrity and success. And that is the only difference, because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all have the same 365.25 days in a year. What is the separating factor? It's those who are willing to commit to a calendar, those who are willing to put in a body of work, and those who are willing to not take breaks. Because in these last 6 weeks or so, a lot of people are going to take breaks as we close out this year and head into the new calendar year. That is why New Year, New Me is a figment of your imagination. Because if you do not decide to change now and separate yourself now, what is going to happen when the new year kicks in? You'll have a boost of dopamine and you'll change for a week. But you'll reroute yourself back to the same as you were the previous year the next week. So go out and separate yourself. Go out and not be mediocre. Go out and create a lens of excellence. Go out and separate yourself from mediocrity.